Hey everybody, it's Ron Trucks, and I am the author of this course, and for some of you I might actually even be the instructor for this course. And in case you haven't heard me say it anywhere else, I want to say right now, thank you. Thank you for taking the time and the energy and the effort to learn QuickBooks Online. We have a new approach on how to teach these materials, and I hope you're happy and comfortable with it. So to get things started, let's kick off with looking at that new approach. To do that, we've got two quick lessons that we're going to start off with. A new approach to learning to explain what's going on. And then our second lesson is going to be navigating the platform so you don't get lost, so you understand how to move through the process. Let's start off real quick with a new approach to learning. And in this, I want to explain what it is that you're actually going to be doing in this course. What's different about it versus what you've done in the past when you've taken courses. In this course, you are not going to be reading a textbook. You are going to be watching videos, and you can read all the content if you want to. Now, let's talk about this for just a second. What the materials are for this course is, as we've said here, not a textbook, not an e-book, not a hardback book, not a paperback book. This entire course is built around videos. Videos that you are going to watch, what we call small bite videos, which means that they're going to usually be between 5 and 10 minutes. And along with teaching you and showing you graphics on the screen, I'll actually be demonstrating how QuickBooks works, where buttons are, what you're supposed to push, how you're supposed to get into different options, all that kind of stuff. Now, I mentioned that you can, if you want to, read the content along with watching the videos. We actually have 3 different ways that you can do that. All of the videos contain closed caption, which can be brought up in both English and Spanish. There is what we call a real-time transcript, and in the next lesson I'll show you what this means and how it works. But also, for every video that we have in this course, there is a PDF that you can open and print out if you want to, that is giving you word by word what I'm saying as I'm working through the videos. We understand this is a new concept, a new approach to teaching, so we want you to be comfortable working in both modes, in both operations, watching the videos and being able to read the content. Now, here are some other things that make this content different than what you've had for every other course you've ever taken, probably. These videos, you can watch them over and over again. If you take 5 minutes to watch a video and go, you know what, it really didn't click for me, go back and rewatch it again. You can watch the videos while you're working on your assignment. In fact, this is what I kind of recommend students do. Open up the video on one screen, open up the work that you're doing on another screen if you have that ability, and you can watch me demonstrate the process while you're then working through the process, or switch back and forth if you only have one screen. Now, a couple things I want you to understand. These videos are not publicly available. These are not things that we went through and found on YouTube. In fact, they're not even on YouTube. We have produced every single one of these videos, and we're hosting them on the Vimeo site so that they are completely secure. Only our students have access to them. There are no ads. There's no tracking of your activity on there, and they are visible on all devices. We have some students who will bring the videos up on their phone or perhaps a tablet while they're working on their computer to do the work. Here is probably one of the biggest advantages that we're happy to bring to you, and that is you have lifetime access to this course. Most of your other materials in school, when you're done at the end of the semester, you either have to return the rented book, you lose access to the e-book, or, and I've been in college, you need the money back for your textbook, so you go sell it back to the school. Not with this course. You will have lifetime access to these videos. You will be able to access these for as long as you need them. Now, one thing I will say is that we will be updating these materials as we need to, but there will come a point in time when it's going to be best for us to roll into a new edition. At that point in time, this one will still be available, but newer content may be available in the newer editions. I want to tell you just a little bit about BA Collegiate Publishing so you understand what we're doing here. We have been teaching bookkeeping and QuickBooks in this format that you're learning for about 10 years with our parent company, Business Atlas. As of right now, we have about 65,000 students around the world in 181 different countries in 42 different languages. So we've got some experience bringing this to you. There is one thing that I want you to keep in mind though as you're working through this course. It is a bit of a transition moving from a textbook-based course into a video-based course. And that is, it's going to be up to you to take notes. Our advice? Number one, use one notebook or one notepad. And I know that sounds somewhat simple, but you'd be surprised how many students will start a session, start lessons, they'll forget to grab their notebook, so they'll just start writing down on another piece of paper, and then all of a sudden their notes are scrambled all over the place. Now, another thing that I really recommend, I don't know about you, I'm not always great about just taking notes off of a video. What I do and what I recommend others do is print out those PDF transcripts, which are the word-by-word text records of everything that's being said in the videos. And then I just keep my notes on those. Whenever there's specific things that I want to tie back to a specific part of the video, I'll just note it in that section. And I will show you how to get to all these transcripts in the next lesson. Whatever you do though, be consistent. If you're going to work on the PDF transcripts, my advice is to always work on the PDF transcripts. If you're going to write things on a legal pad, buy one legal pad for this course and keep it with you at all times. That way it just helps keep you organized as you're working through the process. So now what? Well, I'm getting ready to wrap this video. In the next lesson, I'm going to give you a tour of the entire platform so you understand how to get around it and the different options that you have. I'll show you where everything's at that you need, and there isn't a lot on the platform. Most of what you're going to be doing in your Canvas platform from your school. I'll also demonstrate the video controls because you have a lot of control over customizing how you want to watch the videos. And then I'll also show you how to do all that customization for you personally to make it as comfortable as possible to keep you encouraged in the learning process as we move through this semester. Okay, that's all I've got for this lesson. We've got a check mark off for the first video. Now it's time for us to move into the next one, which is teaching you how to navigate the BA Collegiate platform. I'll see you in the next video.